And that's the difference between a caring government and somebody who has a financial background. The people want light.
You don't need to get hot under the collar. But that's about having a financial background.
I want to first start off by thanking the charitable organizations. They have done more than the government.
Look how them have the people them in here at work. Almost 1 month after this, look how much roofs we fixed in a week with just 3 people. And look how they have the staff in here working. Staff are still working under these circumstances, standing water, stagnant water, piling. The rain just poured down. When they talk about disease is going to be spreading, how can they start the disease inside the hospital? There's a wickedness. We can't film the other part inside for other people that might pile up in there were sick.
Big up the whole of hot water. Hey, that, even not dash water, you might talk about even pot water, hot water. Big up that data, big up myself, father. And I don't love and love alone.
Hot water, massive and crew. So, yes, in the House of Parliament, a lot of words is throwing and digging up a lot of people's financial history. And man say man bad mind. And this is a whole lot of unprofessional behavior in the House of Parliament, my people. So that is very interesting and everyone wants to see that. This is a big one. Nobody wants to miss it. And Mr. Ian Hayes is crying out for Jamaica at large, not just his constituency. He's asking what is taking so long. Why can't you get us involved? Why can't you get I involved in the assessment that you're saying that you're doing in my constituency? That is what Mr. Hayes is asking. Why haven't anyone in the area get any help as yet? This is not politics. I'm not looking any. I'm not sorry. He's saying that he's not picking any side, and the government needs to act. And the government needs to act immediately. Mr. Vaz said that they have 150,000 to spend on projects in the recovery. So I'm asking a question, just like what everybody is asking, what is taking them so long. Anyway, my people, stay tuned, because this one is hot water.
Sure. Of this response. So the first answer to your question is that this government is prepared on behalf of the people of Jamaica to release the $150 million in whatever tranches are required as quickly as possible to get the restoration going. And that's the difference between a caring government and somebody who has a financial background. The people want light. Okay? So let me just make that clear.
Point of order, Minister.
Point of order.
Minister, point of order.
His feet, talking. The minister is standing on his feet, talking into the mic. You don't need to personalize your response. You don't need to get hot under the collar. It's a legitimate question I'm asking, and I'm just so don't bother about having a financial background. I want to know a simple question: are you going to ensure the funding is in place? And now you're coming back and personalizing it in a totally unnecessary way.
Let me repeat. The member is saying that his position is that he would not release the $150 million unless he knew where the $200 million was coming from. That's what he said. Hansard is there. And I am telling you.
Minister, please. For those members who do not have the floor, please allow the minister to answer the question.
So,
you may continue, Minister.
Mr. Speaker, let me just say it again. Based on the meeting that took place yesterday, we are confident, based on the meeting that had the representative of the Ministry of Finance at the highest level, the Minister and the Financial Secretary, you can't go any higher, that we are prepared to release the $150 billion tonight if it means that the people are going to get back light sooner than later. Mr. Speaker, 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 Mr. Speaker,
Members,
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker,
members, all minister, members.
You are a wicked and evil. Bad mind don't go on yet from September 3rd.
Members,
Wicked and evil. Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker.
Minister, all. Members, members from the opposition side.
You are an uncaring set.
If you
You are a
do,
heartless set.
if
You are a
you do
wicked
not
set.
allow the minister to continue, then we will have to go to something else. Please, you do not have the floor. Member from St. Catherine North Central, you do not have the floor.
Mr. Speaker.
You will find out in short.
Mr. Speaker.
Go ahead, Minister.
The $150 million
Give
that
a
the
chance.
government is prepared to release as soon as the documentation is in place, which will be no later than a matter of hours to a day, because of the urgency, is specific for restoration over 2 months, December and January. That $150 billion is ring-fenced to deal with a restoration program that will take care of Jamaica, not only some parishes. And if you are going to tell me that there are people in this house that would question a government in a crisis like this to hold $150 million that we have availability now, to find out about $200 million, which can take another month or 6 weeks. Our money is secured whichever way it goes. We are a responsible government, and we have taken a responsible decision, a caring decision, an argument done.
That water, massive and crew. I'm laughing, but it's not a laughing matter. But oh, Mr. Vaz is carrying on. Something hurts him, and I have to really laugh about that. But let me first say this. Well, what I want to know, what happened to Miss Holness this time? Why isn't Miss Holness the speaker? What happened to her this time? I'm not sure, but she's not there. But come on, people, Mr. Vaz, man. We understand that you're speaking about the money that the government has in store, but you're saying that the government has to do some checking off and do some assessment as to how the money is gonna be spent, and you have to make note of how the money is spent. But come on, Mr. Vaz. We understand that, but be professional in how we dealt with things. Now, if it's Mr. Golding that talk was directed at, saying that this is the way of a caring government rather than having money in your pocket or something, he said something of that sort, which what he's saying is directing that it seems to Mr. Golding that Mr. Golding came from a wealthy family, and maybe the Prime Minister did not. So the Prime Minister care enough, or their government care enough to round up $150 million to spend with the people for a restoration program for January and December. Alright, people, I just wanted to say, I never like how Mr. Vaz shouldn't go there still. But respect to Mr. G for holding your composure. Mr. Vaz, we understand what you're saying, but I think, you see Mr. G, Mr. Golding get up and defended himself, because it seems like he know that was shot, that those sounds were shot straight at him. And it's not professional for us to be behaving like hooligan and dogs. No, if that is happening in the House of Parliament, then what would you expect the citizens to do? And this is drama. You know, that's why I am laughing, but it's not a laughing matter. But it's just how Mr. Vaz didn't hold his composure and was outbursting and using the regular Jamaican word, bad mind. that don't seem professional any at all. I did like how he handled that, and you shouldn't bring Mr. Golden personal finance into that. That is totally different. You can, that is his personal money. You guys are the government and you guys get taxpayers' money and you guys have money, Jamaica money in your control. So speak about Jamaica money that you guys now have. Stay on that topic and not go into someone's personal finance. His money is the money he inherited from his bloodline or his father or whoever thereof. So, and he was addressing the matter, and we understand, yes, he was addressing the matter, but the way he was very boisterous and carrying on, we don't like that. That's just a lot of drama for Jamaica. That's it is getting out of hand. I can see that the speaker wants to laugh and think. So it's be a drama, but Mr. Vaz, I would say Mr. Vaz should have conducted himself more professionally though. More professionally. Mr. Vaz hold the composure. Mr. Vaz shouldn't have outburst like that. As an official, as a government official, not don't bring the ghetto style. I'm not saying ghetto style because many of us are ghetto people, but don't bring that ignorance into the House of Parliament, that heated ignorance. That you're going to tell a man that in bad mind. Never mind sharp and the speaker is not in there. He could have fling a big stone too. You have people, but just leave it in the comment. Definitely want to think about that. All of that with them, with that whole heap of rage and hunger that, and getting into people's personal finance, that is people's personal money. And let me say this too. It is, he said that in a matter of days, the government will dealt with that money and sort it out, as in meaning it's gonna be spent and thing. But I see why. Okay, you're gonna come under pressure, Mr. Vaz, because why? You're talking there about personal finance, Mr. G, personal finance. But this is what has been going on. People has to be dipping into their personal finance to be taking care of government's business, and it should not be so. Mr. Vaz has to accept the fact that is the delay and the slowness, the slouchiness of the government, why people have to go in their pocket. I wonder if they're going to reimburse Spice, Vibes Cartel, Pops YG, that Rasta that I see billing 9, putting on 9 people's roof. Who again? Sean Paul, Shaggy, Ching Ching. I wonder if out of this 150 million, the government is going to reimburse those people, since they are talking about Mr. G's personal finance. Are they going to pay back those people out of their pocket? Because he should have given thanks that people, well, I'm sure that Mr. G used some of his personal finance to help some of these people in the Hurricane Melissa restoration saga. I'm sure that, so you should have been glad, because more pressure would have been on you guys. Hot water viewers and subscribers. No. A man that is put in the word, Ian Hayes, that I can swear for, has his opinion on about how the government is handling this recovery situation and taking long to grant the people some aid. Let's hear what Mr. Ian has to say, my people.
Members of Parliament, good morning. I want to first start off by thanking the charitable organizations that have come on board and have played a role in this hurricane. They have done more than the government. And I'm ashamed to say that I represent a constituency in Westmoreland that we're a part of the government, we're a part of the country. And at the same time, private sector, private individuals, charitable organizations have done more than the government of the land. 1 month, it's almost a month, I think today is a month that we went through the hurricane. 4 weeks from now, it is Christmas. I have over 1,000 homes that have been lost, gone, and probably around 5,000 to 6,000 other citizens that the Hurricane Melissa have affected. And I ask myself the question every day as a member of Parliament, and I know my colleagues do also, when we get up in the morning. How are you going to help all of these 6,000 to 7,000, 10,000 Jamaicans that have been affected? And in terms of the assessment that is going on, I called last week, I spoke to an individual, I spoke to the manager, and I asked a question. I said, are there any assessment that is taking place in Western Westmoreland? And the answer is yes, they went to 2 areas. And I said, tell me the 2 areas that you went to, and he listed the 2 areas. And those 2 areas were not the 2 areas that were basically the areas that were damaged beyond recognition. And I see where the assessment now that is taking place is taking place in communities that basically supported the Jamaica Labour Party. All I'm saying is we can't do things ad hoc. We are all in this together, both PNP, JP, non-P, we are in this together as a country. And, you know, I want to get back to the assessment though, because the assessment leaves a lot of questions. It is said that you have volunteers that are volunteering to do the assessment across the constituencies that are there. I've asked the question, who are these volunteers? What are the criteria/requirements for each volunteer? So that even if we can put some individuals, civil society, church, and individuals, put them forward so that they can help in terms of speeding up the assessment. Look, I just think if we don't put back some of these Jamaicans, even give them a roof over their head between now and Christmas, we're going to face some headwinds in this country that we have never faced before. And why do I say that? To every home you go to in the country, there's a level of frustration that I've never seen before. People have lost everything. And the frustration is, when are we going to get some help? You can't look at me as a member of Parliament and say, you know what, pick 100 of your citizens. And when you pick the 100 citizens, what about the rest? That go and turn against me as member of Parliament. What about those individuals? Because they need help too.
Man, people, I went down by his division, and some of the people, them condition are normal.
One individual within that community that has been severely affected. I don't look at this thing as political PNP, JLP. So the church is going to get involved along with myself in terms of ensuring that we can pick 100 of our citizens. But picking 100 from 9 or 8,000 that have been affected, it's very difficult. You know, in terms of distribution, I've gone through the last couple of weeks disappointed as a Jamaican and as a representative of the people. You see ministers of government coming in. You see ministers of government coming in, you see government entity comes in. And they go to a particular area that you don't have damage in some of those areas that they go to give out, to distribute food to our citizens. All I'm saying is, look, we have to do better as a country. We have to do better as a government. It can't continue. It can't continue the way it has been going. People in their in my constituency, I don't know, since the hurricane we've been getting a lot of rain. And most of our citizens are without a roof, without tarpaulin, just basically fending on their own. Can't help themselves, can't do nothing. And, you know, even if the food packages that are going around being distributed, people have gone out, they get one food package, I would say probably around 3-4 weeks ago, and they haven't done any more help from the government. So there's no assessment. Food package is only 600 per MP, thank God for the charitable organization. But look, I just want to appeal to the government. I just want to appeal to the government. Come on board with the elected officials. The elections are over. The elections are over. And this crisis allows you to think as a human and not as wear a hat as a political representative. It is that hard. There's a level of hardship that is in Western Jamaica. And I just want to say, look, make we ensure that over the next 4 weeks, we can ensure that we put as much Jamaicans back in their home, with their roofs. We have to do that as a country. It can't continue. Make we ensure we help some of these individuals, whether PNP or JP. Make we get together, government and opposition, working together in ensuring that we can serve the people of Western Westmoreland and the areas that have been damaged. Make me just stop all this foolishness now. You can't come in my constituency. And when you come in the constituency is when you leave, you're going to tell me. Or when you reach, you're going to tell me. And then you're going to say, you know what? I'll leave 25 bags of food around the corner for you. You can't continue so. And then you go and look for me now. And when I ask you the question, when I ask you, the 2 areas that you assess, how you assess those 2 areas? What are the criteria? What are the strategy? And then you turn to me and then you say to me, you know what? We have 2 staff members who live in those areas. Where is the strategy? How are we going to deal with all that? I don't even think the government know what's going on. It's clear that the government didn't plan for this. They didn't plan for it. And I want every PNP and every JLP, every like-minded Jamaican, where you get in your car every week and you drive down Common Country, I want you to sit down and ask yourself the question, where is the government? What has the government done? I mean, I'm thankful that they said to me I can clean some of my roads, but some of the roads across the other 2 constituencies are not cleared as yet. And how can you say to a foreigner to do more than you as the government here, where the people elect and vote for and put in? And pay taxes. And me have to come here now at a press conference and I beg the government to come and board to play a role with us. The caretaker is not the MP. Nobody elected the caretaker. He's a private citizen. Nobody elected him or her. But it seems like the election is still going on. Enough is enough, man. It's time this foolishness cut out.
Yeah, man, my people. You hear what him say if you just take on a car and drive go down there. Because I've been down there. You will question the thing for sure. Like, I'm not just talking over the net. I have literally been down there. And I ask what's going on. At some place you see nothing at all going on. Just people saying, oh no, they don't see anyone. Well, at what viewers and subscribers. And if any JLP or Jamaica Labour Party supporters are watch, let me say this. Mr. Hayes said it and I'm going to say it again. The election is over. Put stupidity and ignorance and selectiveness aside. What I'm talking here is not politics. What I'm going to say. Just like what Mr. Hayes is talking is not politics. Some of the charity people that helped out. Alright, let me say this. I can give an account for what Mr. Hayes is saying. Why? Because if some people, if you was watching the channel previous time, since Hurricane Melissa, you would have saw me on a truck loading on some care packages. I went down to Mr. Hayes' constituency with those care packages to give out to people. And so Mr. Hayes gave out care packages. If it wasn't for Mr. Hayes, these people in his constituency and near and round about would never eat a grain of rice out of the people they call politicians. And if it wasn't for him and whosoever are all that came together to let those people get those food. It is a shame and a big old of disgrace. I'm speaking definitely to anybody from the Jamaica Labour Party who wants to criticize or say whatever or what have you because of you're just still holding on to certain ignorance. It is a shame. It is a shame that people is doing more than who is responsible or who got the responsibility. I hear a young man say the storm should have come before the election. Now, when you're wrong, it's best for you to keep quiet and not get boisterous about anything. Now, that is what I'm wondering with Mr. Vaz. The government is totally wrong and late back and late behind. People are frustrated. You are wrong. It's better you keep quiet or say what you're saying in a humble manner rather to say it how you're saying it. And I tell them all the while, there's only one person I know, Mr. Warmington. All of them need to take all of the other members need to take a page out of Mr. Warmington's book. Because he's the only person I see that he doesn't pick side in his constituency. Mr. Warmington give to whether you're JLP or Labour, and that's the true spirit of a leader. He doesn't select you from you nor you from you. So the government is to be held accountable. If people are holding you accountable and asking you certain questions, what are you getting blazed up over? All you've got to say is explain yourself. Come on board. Or in the meeting. Jamaica, we are sorry. However, what caused us to take us so long, we are doing some assessment, and yes, we are laid behind Jamaica. We apologize. Apologize. Not blazed up and talking about people, personal money, which is the money that help the people. Now, I can see the frustration on Mr. Hayes' face. As a political brother to a political person, and you're passing through the constituency, come and reason with the man. Sit together and do the assessment. Do some real assessment. For when I go down, I went to Mr. Hayes' constituency. If you go right there right now, the place don't clean up. The place is so rearranged that some places that you might know, you wonder if it is them, if that's the place. Mr. Hayes' place is different. It is rearranged. You go there right now, you see zinc. It look like the storm just blew. Not even a strand of grass don't move all now, my people. And it is getting to Mr. Hayes on a personal level. Like, he feels shame to know that he's a political person or he's a member of Jamaica Political Association or whatever, or a part of the government, the opposition, and knowing that he's a politician and people will be staring him in the face looking for his aid when his government is not even the government that is in power. It looks shameful for him for one to beg even a grain of rice and he can't give them, even though he did. But what I'm saying is, how long are charity people and everyone is going to keep up this? What is the government waiting on? Waiting on people to spend out their pocket, then they go in and give a little small amount? What is taking so long? Are they planning how to rob up the money and just can't find a way as yet why the money is taking so long to be spent in helping the people in recovery? Jamaica people, we are lagging, and I'm saying we are lagging because, however, I think we're not pressuring them the right way. I think we are lagging too. Come on, people. People are talking, yes, but I think probably there needs to be a protest. I'm not sure. You understand, my people? Yeah, man, boy, this make me feel away. But anyway, hot water, my people. Guzman Ryan, and stay tuned for more. Don't miss it.
Hot water channel, straight to the max. Bring the thing to the people then. Original generous P. Same way. Man, big up hot water channel, enough ice cream. Yeah, man, big up yourself.